How are things?
Well, I'm just looking for my fourth husband, don't you know what it is? You know what? I am absolutely amazing. I'm really good. Yes, I'm going through another divorce, but it is what it is. And it's over, and I'm happy, and I'm moving on.
Oh. It has been, I mean, over the past few years, a really tough time for you.
Just the past few years?
Yeah, well, I mean... I mean, to be honest, we haven't got time to go through it all.
I know, we'd be here for a long time.
We'd be here for a week. But it has been tough for you, and there has been breakups during that 5 years, and you thought it was over last time you were on, but you got back. So what was it this time that made you go, that's it?
Well, anyone can't knock me for giving it another go, and I did, and I really gave it a go. We have children, and I think when you're going through a separation, that really played on my heartstrings. And I think when you just fall out of love with somebody and you lose respect for somebody, that was it, and I'm so much more. And so much better than that.
Oh, don't you get to a point when you've tried to reconcile? I mean, good on you for doing it, because
I did a kid that could go.
I've refused. Yeah. And you get to that point where something small triggers off a reaction, and you think, I know why this didn't work, and you want to go out the door.
I think what a lot of it was, it's a constant build-up of over the years, of the arguing and... a mixture of all kinds of stuff. And I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to place blame on my ex or on anybody else, and I will take full responsibility for whatever it is you've read in the newspapers, or I allowed that situation to happen. I allowed that into my own life. I've only got myself to blame. It's my responsibility. Yes. And I have to take them actions and deal with them and move on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You do.
And, I mean, it sounds like, by reading all about it and seeing what we see, you've both admitted that you suffered with mental health problems. Do you think, in a way, that was what kept you there initially, almost like codependent on each other, and subsequently split you up?
I think, no. I don't think that's what split us up. I think it was a mixture of all kinds of things. When I was at my lowest, no one was there to help me. As much as you tried to help me, I didn't want the help, did I, Colleen?
No.
And I'm at a stage in my life, I'm 37 next month, birthday cards,
baby.
welcome. I'm at a stage in my life now where I want to be positive. I want to get everything I can possibly get and make my life the best I can for me. And as soon as I'm happy, my kids are going to be happy. Yeah. And that's the main thing.
It's learning to love you, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that's what you've struggled with, in my opinion, as your friend. I used to say to you, you need to love yourself before you can let someone...
Absolutely.
And it's nice to finally hear you say, I'm learning to love me.
I didn't realise you guys had such a past.
Oh, it goes far way back.
How early on in the relationship did you realise that George had mental health issues?
When I was already in love with him. And I think that was, I think you get in a relationship and it's all, you go out for a drink and it's all very false, isn't it? You all pretend to be something that you're not. And then you fall in love, and then you start seeing someone's true colours, even my own true colours, come out as well. And when someone's got mental health problems, as I have, and which I was ridiculed for the last 8 years, by the way, and still do up until today from the infamous interview, it's really hard to walk away from somebody when no one was there to help me. And I loved him. I really loved him, and I wasn't ready to give up on him. I wanted to help.
Did you sort of feel sorry for him in a way?
No, don't feel sorry for him. I don't think you need to feel sorry for anybody. I think it's it wasn't his mental health. It was it's a mixture of everything.
Well, yeah,
I'm not sitting here saying George has got mental health problems.
No,
I'm not saying anything.
I think he has said that, so he's been quite open about that. Do you think in a way it's like with anyone, especially someone you love, you feel that you want to save them?
Absolutely. He's the father of my children, and I wish George nothing but love and happiness, and I hope he finds that peace that he needs to get himself the help that he needs. But I can't continue to help somebody else when I need help myself. I need to... lick my wounds and take responsibility for my actions over the years. And it got to a certain point when I just kind of thought, enough's enough. I'm drained now, and I'm not sad. I'm not going to be sitting here crying. I'm excited about my future. I feel really empowered that I had the strength eventually to walk away from a relationship that wasn't a very nice relationship to be in. And when you're in one of those kind of relationships, it's very, very hard to walk away, and now I cannot understand that. Whereas before, I'd be like, why are you with him? Walk away.
And you talk about having a volatile relationship, and I know from personal experience that I constantly and still do feel guilty about what my children see whilst
Absolutely.
I was in relationships and how they feel going through it and afterwards. Do you carry any of that guilt?
The amount of guilt I feel, I sat my older two girls down, Molly and Lily, and I profusely apologised to my girls for the things they've heard. And I know I'm not one of the first parents where their parents have argued and their children are crying or they've gone and locked themselves in the bedroom. It's awful, and any parent, the guilt you feel for that is horrendous, and that's something that I'm taking responsibility for.